Abusuya ene se medo ekokopiem ewo NPP amanyuku no wo mo kire se wo ma yo mo hwehwemu ayo mo fefim adiodio mu akwa hunu se wo nipa ba ko mienu bi na wo mo sei NPP amanyuku no aha eye solid TV mama kwaba emfamra ha obaso ana won so subscribe wo like na wasan a share de ama afofro wo mo ewo etritri ene bencheye na meto me nsem so a NPP mu aye nhwemu hu ne se yewura Justine Frimpong Kodua wano enna wo mo kire se wo gu amanyuko ne papa wo sei NPP amanyuko na mpenimfo bi ena mrantie bi etu omo ho esi wo se wo se yewura Justine Frimpong Kodua enne ne kire ya wo de pen eto krata so etwere ne brofo kasem se wo resign na NPP amanyuko no etimi esan ehwehwe nipa wo ye potential betimi ama amanyuko no afa ne ntomapa edi efra eno achi wo mo esan eyi bi edi ma yewura John Dramani Mahama etese na amembuo na wobu no se ne se ombu amembuo bi a eye papa chen NPP aban de ne wontum nda na ne nsem ya wo san keka kura fa galamse nsensem ho no enkwa yie kura na ebusuya solid TV ahwefo mo ma yenkotie ensemi emra
Baba chow MPP ni ansheki enwo sokra enwoto 1 year neko aka 3 years encheba o decision na we MPP ni abeteke ne no ena beboa party no ama party to recapture power 2028 aka 1181 days na BBSC 1181 days and the base yes ya no so and two passes abo bebre good dem ade a chia to ba ko twetwene obewu send this for mo kwa no misrim for we no honorable Sylvester Tete ewo ha I mean kosesi ane ni nkomo ye be national issues and wachi ye be di MPP nkomo have you ever Jenny was started to become the General Secretary MPP? So far, so good. I know what to say. Obi nkumna kokobe die kwa. I didn't hear what taking that decision. Obi abe former deputy minister. Abe CEO penyo. But was yanti about former Besum party no. What was a party that Nakumas? We didn't know him about for me Bassasia. Right, Mammy Moa. Right, Mammy Moa, Jonami Moa Kwaba Mrasa Sipa 107.3. You're transmitting live from Cantonment Dulate Studios, you're being US Embassy. And Shanoswami says, oh, Kofodia in the Eastern region and Potamoa. Afima Radio 103.3 Sunatienka, Mining City Radio 89.5 for Takwa, Assassin 103 for Cape Coast, Assassin 89.7 for Tamale, Assassin 88.5 for Kumase. Yamamunina jo mamunina akwaba titru ne wona wa santimantem kumase minimsa brueti akọ kura wantimi amma na mamre ni amamre kwan so no afi ne ebunura kata na chikrakra yema manhia shedden yema utumfo shedden yema santiman shedden momo yakọ moti yenka empanyin se sabi yesu kure jahem yesu a ijahem abrueti ade wokọ batese yehwe kire na yesisi echiri kama. Mamin Honorable Sylvester Tete Atenase, former Deputy Minister for Information, former MP for Botiano English, Amamfru, former CEO, NYA, incoming General Secretary, MPP. Watenase. Mamin Honorable Manager, Medical Control say, Yabe national issues, na yabe deep party in Komo, na yabe ni Jenny, na Kontua, was started ewo party num. Abayi Majo. Mejo so, Minia. Maybe Aboko dear.
Nyame dia cheme na bonso e
nyame dia femi na no my question you
nyame adom
life in opposition
ye bra ye bu nkompo hwe yichi na megidi se yesubi penifo se yesu kra ye jai him
yeah
party no ato anamon ahodo aye reforms ahodo we ne kofa ba ye we ne mayelusu ye nyina agi ye ni so obi agi ne ni so muna munya ye na yanya bi yenko position ne utie kasa ahodoɔ a tam ɛboɔ kɛseɛ paa de ma ɔmampanin dada akufo say it is better for your party to be in power as a grassroots person than a proud general secretary in opposition. And they say what buying a war akonya so a ɛyɛ nti me gidi say nyina yɛsua adeɛ na me gidi say baby aye dui. It is only important say MPP ni bia baby a wobehu baby a wotie de woyɛ bia no. There must be a common vision, a vision of purpose. Say yɛbɛbɔ modern na yenye in proper inner introspection. Say they are starting as a manyuku no. I have always said say your doors to see NDC for Ukruma.
MPP for no.
Your doors to see NDC for Ukruma.
Okay.
Enti me baby amiti edi die. Ye ho aduro na ye de ye ho boni eche ye ho na ye ka no kra kire ye ho na ye si ye bosi ye pese ye gitumi a MPP for nkwa ye numbers e Ukruma no ye betumi agitumi.
2028.
2028 ye betumi agitumi.
Right. Ye be the party in common ye do ha ye be ko deep na fe ya hwe kwan ya party be fa so a e betumi rebuild ya recapture power 2028 but your national issues wo ho a I say ye di ho enkomo quickly ma ye ni common for illegal mining ho nyame ya adoma 21st vigil be koso 22nd demonstration be koso ni nyina ye illegal mining and nkrofo bebre titru bebre do ma no tum acting chief justice de na no tum say ne no ma ekono no ma ekobone but aban otia konwa so say won tu na mo nyina nwie ye enti ade e fe state of emergency enya de so betimi declare on illegal mining Ghana for bi say da bi opanyine declare state of emergency on illegal mining and then Felix Kwacho Fosu echo Joy FM and what it would be say NDC and Canada bia say omoba bane illegal mining but to share NDC manifesto first 120 days social contract with Ghanaians point 19 almost ban illegal and new mining activities. I know a yadia a wo but so was say o man carry illegal mining and then I hear my
me that say bono hene ma menchia ahwefo na etifo me chia MPP manyina me chia asasepa etifo me bowra ha wo me din na start say me nya calls any messages wo etifo papa na enye happen all over the country bi so ono hwe yen wo abefo kwantipon so chia MPP force nko na meka say utie NDC fo a me enye me nwanwa John Mahama ababio John Mahama ene ni NDC fo enye me nwanwa okay my first coup d'etat John Mahama book o chroye
yeah
osi ade ye ni din e wo ni wiase a waba ni sinto kese pa take decision such a person a confession of this magnitude na Ghana fo ahwe nyame anim ato aba ama John Mahama biom ni NDC Obitro Buka is a true reflection of Nipano.
Nisu
ni ban and wadanedi. I don't see upese hu mpanimfo hu abakosem. Ofa omun krata omuatintim. Na wanyi obi a waba be di omampanin a wan fairly poto egu ne ho ni mase. From a vice president to acting president, waba be president. Owieye or see a dear any sin talk as a passer or be taking decision. Na nipa ya tintim grate etisa eno dia mamo. Nipa what you see ni bo aka che Ghana for say. Politics there entro kakra no kre kakra. No kre so pa na uka.
Yeah.
Enti onu de e entro. Na ene wa hu say na omo de chichire wo mo ho. Wo mo ba aban mu in less than 1 month. Oko amponatron friend say nyinahini that constituency the chairman the MDC chairman of that constituency Lori Kwemo nipa ni sanu daylight no two galamsey e wo kwan mo
Lori
kwan no ampomo
antuma
yeah the constituency chairman of that constituency a crow from constituency chairman
Of the NDC.
Of the NDC. Woko Jomoro, constituency chairman of the NDC. I've a third vice national chairman of the NDC. All over the gold belt. Ofori Labi, MP. I will win MP. Implicated by Ahim Fwankasa. Now, me enyami to the extent say, she anamoa umutu ye quickly SRT gold board. Na John Mahama. Or see, yes, here fighting Galamsey, 4 million jobs are at risk. Oman penny to because as or say ye 2 Galamsey so sa in Yuma Bear 4 million is at risk.
But why or more opposition?
And I fail soon. You see, Kasem Galamsey no and a show up the president of Buaboni. Of Buaboni because gold board now you said they buy the gold irrespective of where they get it from.
Somebody say pay gold.
They pay gold.
Farming
they need it. They need it because and then answer my penanko can't say and the Ghana city no now how they need the gold no so. But Oko other jurisdictions they've declared some natural resources like diamond, black diamond, wabunto, ya the tabo atuso. So to begin with, to fight illegal mining, wuna wutono. We got Jessica with the better 279 billion. Ayedito gold, Galamsey gold. No, you should be circumspect in where you buy from. It's the beginning of the fight against Galamsey. So you buy anything, wherever they get it from, they buy. So ubwa efwaso encourage to begin with as a president. So Nipa one on to me take a decision and know your man penny. Nipa ofua ebua Galamsey na pamfo nyina eyebi in opposition. O man can't say o man penny or person fighting Galamsey no in 1 week or bet me stop it through declaration of the state of emergency. Omubaye, what is the action of this government? O man penny that akufado or say 2020 elections or the presidency no or the 2 lies so.
Okay.
How NDC 40 nechi. Simamu fino. O man penny nangasa tamana or born to say obi bia or ye Galamsey yachina to sales no or ba obema no amnesty. That is why the NDC won all the gold belt constituencies in this country.
Mining communities.
Mining communities no. Omo winning seat o nyina. Mr. Obin, kweku boahin. Yes, hey. Multi said John Mahama winia, mamun kopren krata, mutinsim. Inte nyame nwanwa say NDC executives nyina adwuma mo ye no. One of their excuses, we must say ye two Galamsey so sa, ye nkrofo a agi seat amaye wo all the mining belt constituencies in nyina no. Woni ye nkrofo a adwuma be no mo ne kwakoye. Enu nti yenja wo mo. 107.3. Yenja wo mo. Omo commission sa double standard adeya ekofa to yenchemu baye na ka me feel say omo besua nyansa and that 3 days oman penny Mahama is or say excavators ye yi wo habo anaju desu no he was justifying it oman penny Mahama or say because of traffic they will say yi na anaju desu. Can you imagine that? And then profile deal with Krumha. But on Tunibo we are warming up. From her.
Okay, some more warming up.
Oh, yes. Yeah, reforms. We are warming up. A bit fluno. A bit fluno NDC for. Because another day some be done. And the excavators or more you will come her. And excavators get to her. A man for Brazil along say, I dear call him for construction bay and ye yes, sir. Sabi, who call big construction site. Go to Temamoto Way. Yeah. One of the biggest construction works are Ecoso, excavators, and no 3.
The biggest one you have found one
excavators and a gruso, and no 5. And so you eat thousands of excavators. Now, Oman Penyanya could draw to justify why they were cleared under the cover of darkness. 107.3. Oman Penyo. So I'm telling you some of these actions of the president and the NDC. So no wonder element like Ofusukwachi who thinks that they are still in the campaign mood to lie to the good people of this country. Because, or say, he's forgotten. 100 days, they had the press conference. Or if you say 120 days, no, on bet to Galamsey so and they say, and Kadman appear, Kadman Texan.
Yeah.
I say he will not exchange his life for the so-called cedi depreciation. And the cedi depreciation, after reserves, they show your currency. IMF warning woman.
I mean, you saw your financial expert.
Of course. One may be a course here. So you see, the truth of the matter is that John Mahama and the NDC, one may pay BBD, and they are in a hurry to loot, create, loot, and share.
And your commitment, you know, and anyone, a political one in anyone, I say,
NDC Nankasan, the DNA of the NDC, as described by John Mahama, is violence. Ye chindi, yanko pesi kantem. One, wakachre omo. 2 years obey reshuffle, obedi 4 years. Until wa ban no musisiano, when we are as much as you can. 2 years a reshuffle, you are gone. The obeba so na elections beba. So omo from left, right, center. You know that because anka baby ayetie Galamsey pass the omusidia campaign with Chrome Hadier. And declaring a state of emergency shouldn't be difficult for the NDC.
And then I'm an
They don't have the goodwill. They don't mean well. Anything they said during the electioneering campaign, they didn't mean it. They said it for the vote. Beyond the vote, they didn't mean it. Because one LGBT, anti-LGBT Bailey.
Yeah.
Sam George one can't say John Mama nya obetu ni susa.
Yeah.
One say the bill died without parliament. 8 months. One want to meet the bill like a parliament. I set here gold board. Say here woman come want to me anye. Meanwhile, we're rewarding them. Check all those who were speaking recklessly, and then they are all serving in his government and his cabinet. So to them, difference been a baby. They don't care about the good people of this country. Because if you care, there's one pastor, a Catholic pastor. I went on a campaign. Because here NDC candidate, I was sorry. I'll look for that video. And I'll look for that priest. NDC candidate, the message in I say, one into Obama John Mahama. No bar Obama in Subiani Betty. And the papa say, hold it there. Or someone say, hold it there. John Mahama ya wukan asemi. Unim so be din kunima na so oni kun but so din kunim kra oni gide wonimo.
Suffer Roman
suffer. Wow. Ewa man from Roman suffer.
And he have one command.
Saint Faustina. Me the neighbor be kwa command. Saint Faustina. Parish hono or suffer no now mo harvest. And that day me home say there are men of honor and dignity. I say look, papa no call around say obi ayachi no bia obo be jai no. Mo dey ye campaign, mo dey ye politics. You don't mean well for the good people of this country. Your reforms are Kodua, President Akufo-Addo in a pan for the buy. We brought a lot of reforms. And that's our reform. And the President Mahama say, we want the Galamsey for Australia to go and learn
responsible mining.
Responsible mining. The commission interministerial responsible mining and Akufo-Addo. Na nipa over 4 million. Who the woman na beko Australia? Who the nipa be 4 million? Who the woman na beko Australia? Now, who constituency executives on Mutu Galamsey na who name enforcement of the law? Who do we move Australia? Obi Bokrono, Obi Diewu. Now we need to Yanipano, or see me from Australia and a cautious said, Yomoyan war. Now say, I enforce laws of Australia and Kaudi will be back Australia. So every action of this president, every statement of this president, it shows, say, only Akuma Paso Beso illegal mining. Because I was scandalized to see the list, say, or man penning, say, the way to fight Galamsey, or beswa over 4 million people to Australia. You think if they don't enforce the laws in Australia, Australia will be a model for you to learn. It's just about enforcement. It's about the will. It's about the commitment to do what is right. But John Mahama, he has told you his difficulty. He seems to say pass over taking decision. What else do you expect from me?
That means a fight against illegal mining.
It is right. Me say, Ghana for yan tuwa te say engine street mo and for ye shebre and sheye sa. Say we have our own destiny in our hands. Forget it. But these people have shown you. The odi enim no. They say the odi echi no. Oshia the odi enim no asa. And that is the problem we have today. That is the problem we have today. Mines, energy minister, lands and natural resource minister. Amago go and check his backyard. 1 year down. And no could you to a black say jet no. I had that I got off from. Now, any serious jurisdiction, this guy should be chased out of government. Any serious jurisdiction, Okujeto must not be holding office. Any serious jurisdiction, St. George must not be holding office. Any serious jurisdiction. Because you find no tra, Amemono, you find a tra, Ghana for, we are not angry enough. Okay, almost MPP for, we say.
Don't matter taking Ghana for granted.
Taking Ghanaians for granted. We are not angry enough. When they were coming, one more promises a Chief Justice, one more honor.
107.3.
The one that served their interest, they did it with alacrity. They are serving one more interest. President Mahama. But media, baby, I'm a Pompai. Ubia John Mahama be you say you're Chief Justice. Your term is coterminous with President Mahama's term.
107.3. Honorable Cambrafo.
Me say, Obibia John Mahama be you say we are Chief Justice. And then Professor Mudemraba.
And John Mahama ekwa so pake no mana kofi.
Beko. Wo mun twen. Sa mra no person mu ye no. Wo mun twen be tua omo so ka.
Etumpan.
E be tua omo so ka. Sam Jemfi, one can't just a service commanders.
But Ghana ba situation so mun nyamra se na be ban foforo ba.
Emrabe. Na Emrabe ne wo say John Mahama ba we ho o man pani Chief Justice. Emrabe, wo mun to obobo. They should take their time. Say sa no be politics for Ghana ha. Show them. Yen nyina a member of Kruma. A member of Kruma. Because the son of my politics, Amamo Funwe. President Mahama in opposition and describe Akufo-Addo Aban say Amamo Fun. President Otimi Kasasa, former president, seeking for another term. Otimi Binano. Say Amamo Fun. Na Amamo Yobu Yamamu. It's the worst form of a governance.
Right, I feel what I you know, Honorable Sylvester Tete, incoming General Secretary, MPP. Maybe I could do for say nampe. You have a Canadian. And ya can patcho, there be a to be a nebian patcho. Nedebiana Bakufi near Corrino di Zuaba, near Corrino di Zuaba, Debia Kakuja Sunko. Can't tell a Kwakuso money be. How about thing? Then queen him. About Yara, the Awoka Yen, someone John Dramani Mahama Kaye. Recently, meet the press. John Dramani Mahama say hate speech. Kasa, identity mubeba, Kasa, a day, or mine, Beko from Beko Sophia and panic. They say the signal bureau for Betresi Sani Pano, near Cochini Pano, baby, I will be. But make I say, on one John Dramani Mahama fra Chimfuni and I saw me a Saka wafu. What here to saying, say, you better track it from Signal Bureau.
President Mahama, nipa wa nye careful. Obeka ko ka ekonya no teso no. But de biara mpese me di nidie emma ekonya no. The seat of governance, the presidency no. We should dignify it. But he has lowered it. You see, Kevin Taylor. Kevin Taylor. Na nyo no mtua neka. Obi a yedi na court.
And this is for na etua Kevin Taylor.
Of course. Wow. That's not you mama wo. Yenya nkwala wo kruma wo. Yenya nkwala wo kruma. Kevin Taylor penny ben pa no ndi na tem wo kruma. Asante hini. Asofo ben no ni wo matem. Gamanche. Oche hini. Sabi insanu bi antumi nkika. Oba ye obi a yedi wa court. Na court as citing for contempt. Obaye, not to save house, National Security House. One man who starts safe passage, you know. He's a hypocrite, President Mahama. He should keep quiet. Okay, can't say share before. It provokes some of us. Eh, you must be a young kwala ukrum how. And I'm say, Yesheba. You better do. Kevin Taylor, a ding go for them ukrum ha. Why not in a them? President Akufo-Addo, Vice President Baumia, Penny Ben no in a temwa. We dip any be at them ukrum ha. Or buy not soldier for the guide, no. Yes, I too contempt her. You do court. My court to deal with you before you can even go to the appellate court. But when they contempt in done so, now a bino, a man safe passage to go and file way at an appellate court against the contemptor and done so. Now can you cite to be contemptor the moment of the chin where borders, you hand him over to that court. Why yes, I bonny when you President Mahama and no back at just the IP betting wine and no betting she ain't gumo. Yamubi, or Mumbachan was here. This country, it may not be able to contain all of us. Under democracy, will fight with our lives.
Right, as former Deputy Information Minister, someone say, Wabayamra Ediatia free speech.
No, but you see, that is where he gets it wrong. Emrano ordered Section 208 and then Electronic Communication Act 775. It is clear. Look, every statement I will kasa ubekano. Eyayemra e wo hodada. Any other law I be ba wadwen mo no. Ekwa koye ade a opese o de couch microphone into submission. Hey, obi make irresponsible statement. Emra no wo ho a kire kwan o say di faso. Na sa stone age time no. Akufo ado adaroma 2001. Ya repeal criminal libel law.
Yeah.
To open the frontiers of democracy. Me kasana manu tra. A misdemeanor. You can take civil action against me. Nene misdemeanor. Yet to me deny obi bail. And didn't go to cells. Within Black Maria. You know what Black Maria means in security? A moving cell. The Black Maria na yehuno. A moving cell.
Who come moving cell, Pasha?
Moving cell a fiasia. Nam. I said wako.
Anti-treatment, I wouldn't understand.
Cells, no. That's a black cell, no.
Wow.
And it's a black cell now. Omodi abronya tu no. A moving cell. I said do be a call cantonment police station. You do watch cells. You do be a call Accra Central. You do watch cells. You do be a call Kaswa Ashaman. So I can't. I don't say cells. Now sabi misdemeanor. Misdemeanor. You to be go be handcuffed. Ewo kuma. Anajomba hama. Misdemeanor, a lesser offense. Azoka, a cock can say, or be two afenyo markings, there will be by-election his constituency. It amounts to felony. Threatening to kill somebody, and then what can one want to move?
They're granting the bill, Sada crowd.
Can you imagine how much in time I'm granting the bill? And now you see, Sir Judge, no. Or dear Bronya got to remand, no. So your judge here, in the ma. We couldn't win him as
and your stream.
We couldn't win him as he must be ashamed of the profession.
Or your judge, and your stream.
Oh no, please. It is his judgment, and America. To the extent, say, dictuma na okuti. Jesus Christ. Judge.
Animal farm.
Animal farm. Is it part of the law? We a judge, a law. Emra, and Ujinaso. Want to be kuti any authority, any legal backing. You've put him there. You can silence him. Now, adia okan ye kram yem shame kese pa say not all of us. We are all not equal before the law.
Meaning
the basic principle of law. We are all equal before the law. This judge could interpret it say we are all not equal before the law. And then under John Mahama or per promotion or tio. Why should you make Supreme Court? Such a judge. And Ubia can anwat him. Because NDC will power. What kind of a country is this? On my benny. And you now see about Chichien. Akufado, on Yanipa, you and the Nami, MPP form penning for, na ensure. I said, John Mahama da on NDC for. No more how Kevin Taylor, a dim penning for Temoha, our back room, a din incesses Nibo. No more money protection, and no more be radio station, a mano of a dink of Temukruma. No, I pin a bitchin and ye. How much ye? Now, me say, I brought you this. Will be responsible, but will never be intimidated.
right. Shanos no misaha aya Asasepa 107.3 Fearless Station Asasepa 107.3 Asase 98.5 Kumasi Asase 99.7 Ewo Tamale Asase 103 wo Cape Coast Mining City Radio 89.5 Takwa Afiema Radio 103.3 wo Kofodua obisi incoming General Secretary Nyabotreni Amechiwo Namsedavi.
Oh, there be me.
Emira wo kroma 7.3 Shanos no misaha Honorable Sylvester Tete aya former Deputy Minister for Information, incoming General Secretary, MPP. On any paina, Yanano aiding come. Besica some and 2 years. We will be a washia de pa. Wabobi a womb. Quickly, young Yannincomo and Fagana, Yesika Semho, and the bread and butter. Best see your tables in a BB. At the first quarter of 2025, second quarter of 2025, you will say you see do not appreciate it and Yahoo against the dollar. By third quarter of 2025, the worst performing currency e wo wiase afa na nyina obi bi say den na beba ma ye sika nya hoden na putupuru e bebo fam say bram aye ne hwe nye ye bi why
bro you see amemwo enye cosmetic.
okay
If you pretend to play with the figures will pretend to respond. Now, media, baby, I'm here. I was a member of the finance committee.
Okay.
Before Mifi Parliament. Atu forcing. Now you see Atu is not forcing.
He's falling. Atu is falling.
You start you see Atu is forcing. Now Atu is not forcing.
Atu is falling.
He was also a member of the finance committee. Data. You see, and that last week meeting so almost you the debt to GDP a bit baffled. But do be some woman in Aswa. And then Yamiadum, two fundamental statements. We paid for it, NDC for taking credit. One, the domestic and external debt exchange.
Okay. And
debt forgiveness are amounting to about 5.6 billion of our national debt. Unya our respite way. Unya gold. Unya
gold reserve of about 31
metric tons. Na esuye pa. Yedi we nyina jaw. Nti uba ye no. Na under IMF conditions, we share baby tutu nyama kwa kudu. The projections were said the economy started growing at the rate of 7.3%. The moment our projected said the economy will grow at 3.4, then I realized there's a problem. They were not going to hold it. Now they started say omudi sikano, omudi pia sidino.
Yeah, forest reserve.
Yeah, omudi pia sidino.
Okay.
Omudi pia sidino. Until say I am a be warning woman. Say hey, montri break. Adi amuye. Omo ba yen so. Quickly, omo say e ka bia ho bia no. Ye holding on. Don't make payment. Contractors a kanyina. So the government stifled every expenditure. They were not paying. One, look at the forex. Two things I was saying. Say on my sikasem ku year. We see usidi abafom. And na ho di na kosoro dollar na abafom. So I was reflecting in your purchasing power and as prices of goods and services.
Yeah.
Take cement. MPP corner dollar was around 14 cedis to the CD 14 cedis to the dollar. That cement was 82 cedis. One Bahamas dollar back to about 11 cedis. Cement was 122 cedis. Something is fundamentally not going right. So who said BB Nkoye. Number two, abayan kasa goods and services. The service or render ma timemufono. Or not hiking about 30%. So there's something fundamentally wrong. So dollar no kwanye the determinant factor for stability of the economy. Number one critical thing important for stimulating every economy. Cost of capital. Sikai didiga ni bo. Cost of capital. Okojibosia. Now you are paying 32% of interest. That is the cost of capital. So obe jisikano, wa kosi $100, obe 10 over, obe ba. Enti ama edwadefo nyina hu se, wo mu nigidie ewo aban ni hihye enu, obi ahu se cosmetic. Enti se wo mu force wo mu so mu titi niam so a, wo titi so a enye yie. Enti IMF warning wo mu no, ene ye hu se loopholes no ebeba. Loopholes no ebeba. That is where we are. Reality is setting in. But media, ade ba ko na ka me feel say aban we, e wo se ye toa so ne ye. Domestic production through one district, one factory. Look, whether you like it or not, it's the most fantastic programmer Akufo-Addo did buy.
1D1F.
1D1F. Because nyama ye kenyina no. $1 see the dodo cost $1 to do import. Na nyama no bebre wa the back room ha. Now you feel say any more. So we need to begin to produce them here. Poultry. We were importing over $400 million a year of poultry. So many other things. And can buy we one year opportunity, I want good reserves. 1 year respite. Because MPP buy now can another second term. Yenya's opportunity now. We're going to invest heavily in domestic production. I buy and now the akoshe. Almost a 24-hour economy. The flagship program, anchor economy, is 24-hour economy. So let's say go into manufacturing. A whole will be better call 3 cycle.
Yeah.
24 hour.
Yeah.
You know how long it took them to bring a policy? And then 24 hours secretariat you need baby no man yes crash somebody shares 24 hour economy. Because of mobile no catch say one job 3 people. One job 3 people no. What it meant to the NDC people. Kopamo MPP phone na ko parking this.
Abusuana we ni nsɛm wɔ ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ abɛfo ntentan afide kɛsɛ so me no mienu yakotie bi ɛde aba ɛfa yewura Justine Frimpong Kodua ho yɛsɛ mfantefo kɛsɛ bi wɔn kyerɛ sɛ aze enyoze na sɛ ade ene wa odie ɛno nti NPP amenyuku no wɔn ɛnhwɛ ɛma nipa bi ma akumienu bi ɛmma ɛmmɛsɛe amenyuku no abra amenyuku no ɛyɛ nimdifoɔ amenyuku nanso nipa ba akumienu bi a wɔn ɛwɔ mu nti ama amenyuku no enim aba fom. Aha Solid TV wobaso na wachira wadwene subscribe na fama ye share FM afoforo mu ewo etiri ene bentie medin e de oduma nkomo ba na kofi from Asante